Okay, so I'm super excited to sell the house and I'm excited about the price we came up with, but I do have a couple of questions and I don't want to insult you, Paul, but I want to know where you stand. So what about commission? I feel like I need some clarity on that.
So Melanie, we charge 3% on our side to market the property, get it up in the MLS, maintain the listing and get it sold and take care of everything, okay, on our side. Now, what you offer the buyer specialist is totally up to you. Now, what I will tell you is that the average agent in our MLS sells about 7 homes a year, okay? So they definitely look at what they're being paid. So if everybody around you is offering 3% and you're offering less than 3%, then you may end up being the second one shown. Like, you don't want to be the bridesmaid, you really want to be the bride, right?
I don't want to do that again.
You understand what I'm saying, right? You want to be the first choice. You want to be the first choice, not the second choice, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. And Melanie, let me ask you on the same note, where do you shop?
You mean anything?
For groceries.
Online.
Okay, so where do you shop online for groceries?
Like Sprouts and Target and Whole Foods and all of that stuff.
So let's use Target then, because that's a good analogy. When you go into Target, when you walk into Target, okay, everything's up on shelves, right? Yep. And they have a certain psychology at how you walk around Target. And do you ever get to the end of Target and got a whole bunch more stuff in your cart than you really went in there for?
Yes, that's why I stopped going in there.
Exactly, right? So the point being is that different shelf space in different areas of the store costs a different amount of money from the people, the vendors that are supplying that merchandise. But so Target as a whole sells the different areas in the different shelf space, right? So not all things are created equal. So if you want to be upfront and, the first choice, you kind of have to offer what would be, amenable to that particular market. And right now, I would suggest that you offer 3% to the buyer's agents. I think that's going to get you. A lot of people try to save upfront on commissions, and they end up paying for it on the backside of the transaction. So what I found is that the longer you stay on the market, the further away from your asking price you're going to be. Okay, so if we want to get this done in the time frame that you're talking and the way you want to get it done, let's go offer that buyer's agent 3%. Is that okay?
Okay, so in total, that's going to be 6% of the sales price?
That's correct.
And do I have any other out-of-pocket expenses that?
Yes. So you're going to have all the title fees that go along with that. Okay, for to make sure you have a clean and marketable title, they have to do a title search. You'll have the recording fees, the title admin fee. I kind of lump those all into one figure. Okay. And then you have the doc stamps on the deed, okay, which is the state of Florida tax, basically, okay. And then you have a processing fee, and then that's basically all your closing costs besides property taxes.
Okay, and commission.
Yeah, including we talked about commission.
Okay, just so we're clear. So what happens if we signed the listing contract and after a month it hasn't sold and I change my mind? Can I just break my contract? Like I don't know how confident I am about signing for 6 months.
So I totally understand where you're coming from, Melanie. What I found is that you're probably not putting your house on the market because you don't want to sell it, right? You do want to sell it.
I do. I don't know what it will entail. I guess that's what scares me a little bit.
Okay, and that's the reason we're having the meeting we're having and going through everything, all your curiosities and your wants and needs to make sure that we can either meet or exceed those. And if I can't, I'll tell you, okay? Well, something I do for some of our clients like yourself who may be a little hesitant on listing for 6 months is what we do is a month-to-month listing agreement. So we sign it for 6 months, but after every 30 days, if we're not doing what we said we were going to do, we're not communicating the way we said, we're not getting the kind of showings, all that kind of good stuff, then you can withdraw with a 30-day written notice. Okay. Is that fair? So
2 months on the market, really.
Yeah. So we're going to be, I'm not in the position of taking hostages. Okay. I want to work with people who want to work with me. And honestly, I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste mine. All right. So either we can work together and get your home sold or we can't. Okay. And at that point, we come to agreement. If there's an issue that comes up, I would like the opportunity to cure it. And if we can't cure it, then absolutely you can be on your way.
Okay. And then I hate to say this, but there's another guy who's supposed to meet me today.
Melanie, when we spoke the other day, you said I was the only one.
Well,
I totally get it. I love the competition. So, tell me about this other agent. When are you meeting with this other agent?
Actually, this afternoon, later
Great.
on.
Absolutely. I totally get that. And Melanie, do you understand the marketing we're going to do from your home?
Yes, I think I have a pretty good idea of the marketing you're going to do.
Right. And do you understand the price, like what the pricing is?
Yes, I was actually quite excited about the price.
Absolutely. Right. So, I mean, it's a little better than you thought, and that's always a good thing. And do you like me?
I think I do.
Absolutely. Do you think I can get your home sold?
Well, yeah. I mean, can you get my home sold?
I absolutely can get your home sold. So listen, I don't want to waste your time meeting with another agent that's going to do, may not even do as good a job as us. We are in the top 1% of the agents in our board, right? So we sell a lot of homes. Yeah. And, I don't want you to settle for second best. I want you to settle for the best. So let's go ahead and get you started. What'd you say?
I'm all in. Can you call the other guy?
Absolutely. I was just going to say that if you're okay with that, I would be happy to call him and tell him, hey, listen, you really wanted to meet with him, but you've decided to work with us. Is that okay? And I'll tell him, we're offering a 3% commission, so we're happy to work with his buyers.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair. And then I have one last question. I feel terrible about this, but so my nosy neighbor walked in and he wants to buy it for his daughter. I don't think it's something that's going to happen, but I just want to put it out there. What would happen if he came back and had a cash offer or something? And
fantastic. Well, we would be happy to work with him. Are you saying that if your neighbor showed up and with a cash offer for his daughter? What I find a lot of times is with the neighbors, they think they're going to get a deal because they're neighbors. So it's not. I mean, based on what we looked at today, you're actually going to make more money than you thought. So maybe he thinks he's going to get a $40,000 discount.
Right.
Right. So I would be wary of that. What I can do, if you'd like, is I can make your neighbor, and I'll be happy to reach out to him and see if he's going to be putting forth an offer. I'd be happy to reach out to him and ask him if one is going to be making an offer, two, what kind of offer, and I'll give him 7 days to put that together.
Okay. All right.
Would that be fair?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I want to be fair with everyone,
Absolutely. No, I think that's the best way to be, is to be fair with everybody. I'm the same way. I want to make sure that he has the opportunity. If he does produce an offer, do you want us to process that transaction for you, or do you want to do it yourself?
Oh, no, you can take care of that.
Okay,
I don't want to touch the paperwork.
Certainly happy to do that for you. And, we can talk about what that looks like, but absolutely happy to do that for you.
Okay.
Are there any other questions, about signage or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Are you going to put a big sign on my yard?
Well, that's one of the levers we get to pull on advertising is, we want to make sure everybody knows about it.
Okay.
Right? So we don't want to miss that perfect buyer that might be driving down the street, or one of the neighbors that didn't know it was on the market, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we would like to put a sign up. It's not required, but it is recommended.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then maybe we could look at the best place to put the sign. I think I have a few ideas. Yeah,
if you have a specific area, we're happy to put it wherever, you would like. We would, we have a few suggestions to get the most views on the property, so the most visible sites, but so it's not in the middle of everything, okay?
Yeah, okay.
All right, and you have a sprinkler system too, right?
I do, so I don't want that damaged or my plants damaged.
We'll be careful to make sure that they don't damage the sprinkler system.
Sounds
Besides that, is there anything else that we should have talked about that we haven't?
I don't think so, Paul. I'm pretty excited to get this home sold, and if you can take the tire kickers away from me.
Absolutely, no, that's our goal. If you get any calls from now on your property, just direct them to us. We're happy to field those calls and take them off your plate. Okay.
All right, sounds good. All right,
great.
thank you so much.
Let's get it signed, get it on the market. Thanks, Melanie.
Bye.
Bye.